Germangui.
Said. First 5.
Germangui.
Said. First.
Germangui.
Said. TBH, I'm trying to make my writing better.
Shri Deep.
Said. Hi.
Germangui.
Said. I was Emso the Fist here.
Germangui.
Said. Sub.
Hello there. Hello there.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon in some places. It is Sunday morning here in New York City, just after 8 o'clock. I was a little delayed. I was doing research into trying to get the channel point rewards notifications as
Germangui.
some form of a notification that I might be able to
In
see.
Germany it's 2 p.m.
Exactly. $2:23 in the afternoon to be exact.
Shri Deep.
Said. It's 1853 here.
Germangui.
Said. You in Asia.
I am in New York City. Shri
Shri
Deep
Deep.
is
Said. Yes.
Shri Deep.
in New Delhi,
Said. India.
India. It is 6:53, 6:54 p.m. in New Delhi.
Said. Nice.
10 and a half hours ahead.
Never back down, never what?
Never give up.
Never back down, never what?
Never give up.
Let's get it! Let's go!
And I was trying to set better notifications for the Streamlabs alerts, but the sound alerts did not click in with the new settings or the themes. Guess you can't have it all, and the emote wall is still not working, as tested by German Guy 2.0. Let's check out Alireza while we're at it. Alireza's experiencing some small technical difficulties.
Germain wheat.
Said. I'm watching while writing a new handwrite.
3 pawn islands for white. He's preparing rook f4 to be able to meet rook f7, and I think I would probably go for it now. I'm going to look at this from white's perspective, if everyone doesn't mind, even though white is the lower rated player. The natural affinity for the viewing. So black missed a chance to play rook to e6, but it does look bad for 2357. As we've now seized an open file. Was there a way to avoid this? It looks like we didn't need to capture on d6. Perhaps we didn't need to capture on d6. Because a rook coming to the 7th rank is just as dangerous. But I don't see a way to avoid it. The rook gets to the 7th rank. This is somewhat forced. We're tied down to b7, so we can't defend to e4 except with rook to e6, over, up, over, and over, perhaps. But then this pawn is going to be very pestilent, pestersome, pest. King activity, the #1 feature that needs to be considered. Now it looks like white has thrown away the advantage. We still needed to get our king up.
Germain wheat.
Said. Is that screen back where the emojis appear?
No, it's not. I'm not sure why. But once those pawns get
Germain
moving...
wheat.
Said. Okay, Ty, for the information.
Vertiger.
Said.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Good morning.
Very annoying that the...
Germain wheat.
Said.
H5
Good
looked
morning,
good.
everyone, my name is Mark Replier.
Mark Replier. That is not your average, typical German name.
Germain wheat.
Said. No, it's a meme.
It's a meme, Mark Replier. I imagine it is, sir. This seems like the most... Our king is so passive, but are the 2 passed pawns enough?
Germain wheat.
Said. What happens when I click workout?
I think we needed to play king to g7 so that this pawn doesn't go any farther.
German oui.
Or is that part of the
Dojo
plan?
tickets.
When you click workout, I do push-ups of my type. I think I would check anyway. Can he take
German
and
oui.
get back in time?
Said.
If he can,
Okay, gotta spare these for workout, so use Ray Gilthy.
use. So I stay healthy, yeah. It looks like Ali Reza has nothing but a draw, but he's going to have to move a little bit more quickly than this.
Magnus Leagues today.
Push. I would have pushed. 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 And then panicked. Too bad that's going with check. But G2 looks like a good bit of counterplay. Uh-oh. There's a trick.
German oui.
Said. It be a niv troll to just do hat on and a Frere Wars's hat off.
Oof. So is this still a draw if the pawn reaches the 7th rank? More than likely. Got a couple of good checks in order to get to we can lose our rook, but it appears to be a draw anyway. Uh-oh. Technique, I'm afraid. Something Ali Reza overlooked, and now it is lost. That is the last game going before we join the fray. Now it's officially lost, as the queen goes to G1. But it was lost before, as the queen would drive the king in front of the rook. He had to keep his king back, away from the pawn. He separated himself from his own king and rook, and that was the end of it. Alright, D4, everyone. I realized I didn't set up a calendar item for a lesson this morning. So am I going to play the Giorgio variation with F3 or not? No, I'm just going to play a nice, solid, normal Nimzo Indian. D5 is recommended by Andrew Martin in order to prevent knight on G to E2. But I'm not entirely positive of this means of so black has a light squared bishop. I would like to keep his pawn on E6. We're now leaving most of the mainline theory with d takes c5. We will see what happens. Not so certain that this bishop on b2 will be as useful as it could be. But it looks pretty darn good there. So much for the qualifications. The hats on and hats off has been done before. Whoops, sorry about that. I was just moving, I thought I was moving my window out of the way, but I was wrong. Let's balance this out.
Germain oui.
Said. Okay.
I'm just following up with my plan. That looked like it could have been a free pawn if I didn't have one hanging. After all, I am up a pawn going into this bout. I want him to help me out in the development front, if at all possible. Okay.
Germain oui.
Said. What if I do guide raid come with 20 alt and then they say hat on hat off and that like 20 time?
Nowards.
Said. What's with the ominous music?
It is for my opponent, obviously. My opponent chose not to have an isolated d5 pawn in order to free up his bishop. I'm a little thankful for that. Maybe he thought he was gaining time. Maybe I could have captured on e5 twice, d5 twice, and then played bishop to b2. Let's keep everything on the board. Tempted. Queen d6 also looked very good. And now bishop to c4.
Nowards.
Said. Think we on a quest or something and something sad happened.
We have a music major, ladies and gentlemen.
Nowards.
Said. By the way, the music sounds.
Yes, indeed. Mm-hmm. Our opponent has achieved a rather dire position with the rook.
Dark blade.
Said.
Takes.
Hello there.
Germangui.
Said. You gonna win so hars.
Nowards.
Said. Darkblade 512 General Kenobi.
So d5 was a blunder? Let's take a look at that a little bit closer.
GG.
Germangui.
I'm go.
Dark blade.
You need 22 more d4s
Now
to catch
it's
up.
123 if it isn't the naughty mod. Now
The naughty mod. d5 was indeed a blunder. C takes d4 is most commonly played against me. But no one has played d5, so it hasn't registered yet. Maybe I only need 21 d4s.
Nowards.
said. Darkblade 512 says the Darkblade 512 says the one named Darkblade.
Says the one named Darkblade. Too bad it doesn't give emphasis to the words in all caps.
Stream, I need to leave. Good luck. I may come back. I don't know.
German guy, great to see you. Namaste. I hope you have a great afternoon. I will be at it for less than, or a little bit over 2 more hours. Yeah, it does look like d5 is less than best.
Germangui.
Said.
D takes c5 indeed. Namaste, German guy. Thank you for the channel points.
Oh damn, I had 90 accuracy.
90 accuracy, but if that one was 10% that lost the game, that's not good.
Tree deep.
Said. Indeed.
Van Hertio way home.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Said. Hi.
Tree deep.
Said. Only 2 inaccuracies
But
in
they were
total.
big inaccuracies for 5% each, don't you think? 90% accuracy. I don't actually know how that works. If I were to be curious about that, I would probably have to go with the expert in accuracy, Vladimir Kramnik. Good to see Tiger A playing. Rather tragic pawn structure, though.
Van Hertio way homo.
Said. I am titaniums.
Van Hertio way homo.
Said. In the tournament.
Tree deep.
Said.
Van Hertz.
Inaccuracies were in the last 10
Nice. Great to have you, Van Hertz. Thank you for being on YouTube. And for the rest who have not yet subscribed to YouTube, it is free and it helps the channel immensely.
Sensei U1T believe this. I went jogging and realized my physical condition is terrible. I can't even move today from the backlash. Computer science and chess are a bad combo for health, I guess.
Well, I wouldn't say that. Why are we moving around this pawn? And why isn't white taking the pawn on e6 with the bishop? Was he worried about the doubling of rooks? I guess he was. I would rather have my king on f6, and that way we can play for f5, e5, and anchor the bishop, or attempt to anchor the bishop. No, this is too passive. We need to think actively. King e f6, rook c5. Because h5 now is rather awkward.
Van Hertio way homo.
Said. Hi hi hi.
We can't take it,
Van Hertio way
but we
homo.
do have bishops opposite colors.
I
This
number
is
5 in the tournament.
Van Hertio way homo.
1.5
Set.
points. Nice. We might
1-5
get paired,
point.
Mr. Van Hertz.
Van Hertio way homo.
Said. 025 tie break.
Interesting. Yeah, there are way too many passed pawns here now. This, unfortunately, going to be awkward. G3, F4, G4. Or G3, F4, King F3.
Kingslayer Sloan.
He's getting somewhere.
Said. Sorry about yesterday, John. On 5 hours sleep my eyes were not staying open.
I understand. I get less than 5 hours of sleep every day. And now the king will try to assist one pawn pushing
Dark
forward.
Said. Kingslayer Sloan. He had imagined actually sleeping amateur.
Kingslayer Sloan.
Said. Darkblade 512, I'm a growing boy.
Yeah, and once this pawn gets pushed, we will realize that we need the help of our king. So the winning theory in opposite colored bishops is having two passed pawns 2 or more files apart.
Darkblade.
Said. Kingslayer Sloan, tell that to my university.
Another passed pawn has joined the fray. That was a very useful game to analyze after. A very useful game to analyze after. So you need 2 passed pawns 2 or more files apart so that the king and the bishop cannot assist at the same time across one file.
Assignment at 5 a.m. and just now I realized I messed it up and rewrote it.
Nice. I am so jealous. Ben Hertz, we're up. It is your turn to move, sir. Backseating is allowed, so when I remain quiet, it's possible that the game is on with a viewer.
Said. I'm heading out.
Oh no, but analyze that game very closely. I think you could have been more active before you reached the
Got to start
terrible pawn
preparing for
structure.
Madness League.
Ah, yes. Motivation. Motivation, sir. Mindset. Dynamic pawn strategy. Activity, peace activity, everything. You got this. Where is my calendar? I have a lesson. Not that calendar. I have a lesson at... Actually, maybe that calendar. I have a lesson at 11 a.m., which is in 2 hours. After 11 a.m. Maybe I'll set it for 11:30 a.m., depending on how I do. Or maybe we'll set it for noon. Two notifications on WhatsApp.
Van Hertio way homo.
Said. Your turn, sir.
Kingslayer Sloan.
Said. What are the new dates we are aiming for?
That's a good question. Maybe later in the evening tomorrow might work. We have quite a number of things to cover, including Hikaru being accused of cheating, which was totally bogus. Alright, let's do this. The only drawback I have to knight c6
Darkblade.
is that anyone who is...
Sensei is playing a dangerous game, giving time odds against provisional rating accounts.
Well, indeed. Alright, so we've avoided the
Kingslayer
first
Sloan.
part.
Said. Only heard the Hikaru bit, sorry I dopped it.
No, I was also very exhausted at the time that you called. Interestingly enough, I don't know that it would have come off as well as we had hoped. But like you said, we can do a number of short streams and attempt from there. Now I'm allowing him to go back into the main line. We will see what occurs. then. And he didn't play e5. I thought he played h3 in order to play e5. I
Dark
did.
blade.
Said. BTWKSL, I haven't seen you stream lately, or is it my imagination?
KSL or KSS? Alright, now this square is safe for my bishop.
Can I have?
Yes?
Can I have paper, please?
You want paper?
Yeah, a lot of paper.
I don't know about a lot of paper, but I think you need to use the paper that you...
I need 6.
I'm going to give you 8 here, I believe, maybe 10. Have fun.
But I needed 6 for
Dark
the
blade.
amazing things on
Set.
socket.
Isn't KSL the command though?
Dark blade.
KSS, Kingslayer Sloan.
KSL.
Kingslayer Sloan. He's part of the SS.
Dark blade.
Said. I thought you took it from King SL Air, but okay.
Ah, no worries. We're just going to continue our expansion here. He does have a very dangerous and threatening demeanor here. I want to limit his square movement if at all possible. Interesting. He's going for counterplay. He may have it. Always ask, what is your opponent's big idea every time they make a move, Titanium Z? I'm going to refer to Van Hertz as Titanium Z. Since that is the lead chess entity. He's getting a rook to the 7th rank for what it's worth. For what it is worth, he is definitely getting a rook to the 7th rank. Interesting. Maybe he's not getting a rook to the 7th rank. Takes, takes, takes. Takes, 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 takes. Down a piece, though. In the first instance, I'm down a piece. Let's just try to batten down the hatches as best we can. And we'll use the open C file if we get it against his. Okay, that was to be expected. Bishop takes, bishop takes. We have one extra pawn, we have two extra pawns. He has to capture it, looks like. Bishop takes. Bishop takes. Bishop takes, rook takes.
Said, I got jump scared by an ad.
Jump scared by an ad? That is pretty cool, I have to admit. Let's see if he's willing to unite our pawn structure, even though he might get the open file. And now we no longer have the pawn weakness on a7.
Said, you missed bishop take rook.
No, but he had rook takes
Said,
b4.
isn't there just b5 and b4 though?
Yeah, I'm actually going. I'm already up 2 pawns, and his white squared bishop is rather awkwardly placed. So, first things first. Rook to b6, rook to a6 might have been a little tougher to handle. We're going to play it this way.
Dark blade.
Said, that's a promising passed pawn you've got there.
Yes, it is. And there are other weaknesses involved. How is he going to stop this pawn from queening? Going to stop it that way, yeah? The A pawn turned out to be the hero. Titanium Z. Open games, sir. Open games. Open games. Open games. Open games. Open games. Open games. We need something for this bishop to do.
Dark blade.
Said. QA1 was a big ouch there, don't know if I would VE seen it.
We're dancing. We're dancing. Yes, we always have that. Do we have it now? Oops. One fast move, ladies and gentlemen. That's all it takes. One fast move. Which one is more effective? This one. Having him over there. Titanium Z, you played very okay, but let's just take a quick peek at what Titanium Z could have done. The purpose behind knight f3, Titanium Z, is to play the open game with d4. I prefer that because you will get your pieces to very natural squares. Let's take a look. For example, getting your pieces to very natural squares. Putting your pieces on certain squares, either way. If you like bishop e2, that's fine. You'll get your pieces to very natural squares. So in this particular position, you have a choice of queen to d2, knight to b3 to avoid exchanges since my position is cramped.
Said. Flexing the fact that you didn't need the queen is unnecessarily evil. Next, what promoting to a knight?
I'm not that sadistic, but I just want Titanium Z to have this in the repertoire. The purpose behind knight f3 is to play d4. Even here, you still have it. C takes d4, knight takes d4. You can put your bishop on a more natural diagonal, and you can even reach the main line of the dragon. So Van Hertz, if you're still here, you played a very okay game. There was nothing wrong with what you did. Watch how GM Fisher does it. If he doesn't play the Rosalimo, he could play the Rosalimo. I'm still going to play the same way. White should blast black with d4 anyway, but I've noticed that a lot of people don't. d4 is the best move in that position, despite the fact that it appears to sacrifice a pawn.
Dark blade.
Said. BTW, this guy says he is actually a GM in his profile. Do you happen to know if it's true?
Oh, GM? Just because he says he's a GM? That's a good question. Now we're ahead for the Ruy Lopez territories, perhaps, but we don't have to because these pawns are often weak. Knight to g5. Knight to e6.
Dark blade.
Said. And of course the ad break will not let me hear the answer.
I can wait with the ad break. Let me know when you're back.
Dark blade.
Said. I'm back now.
Let's just continue on the king side with f4. The way he played against Alireza, I do not believe that he is a GM. I am sacrificing a rook, it seems. An exchange, perhaps. Oh no, this will challenge my playing ability. All part of the plan, folks. All part of the plan.
Dark blade.
Said. I'd be scared to say that if I were you. Imagine if he switches to serious mode or something.
Serious mode, you say? Yes, yes, serious mode, of course.
Dark blade.
Said. Also the purple background looks so awesome, please keep it forever.
Kingslayer Stone.
Said.
I'll do what I
What
can.
is the 2300 Dickelstein?
Yes, he has me here, folks. He does have me. He didn't move his rook like I was hoping for. He has b4. I have back rank problems. I'm not really threatening. I'm not really threatening his rook. I'm not really threatening his knight.
Darkblade.
Said. Kingslayer Sloan to no, but I bet I can take him.
And now for something completely different.
Shri Deep.
Said. I'm having my worst ever tournament today.
Are you really?
Darkblade.
Said. Shri Deep, sad to hear that, but it's all part of life. Stay strong.
I'm down 2 pawns on the queen side. And I'm still very weak on the back rank. Yes, but less weak than I used to be on the back rank. Takes. No Gegenspiel.
Darkblade.
Queen to b8.
Said. I once had a tournament so bad that I lost like 150 rating.
We need to get our rook to a better square. Trying for King's Indian type attacks is not always all fun and games.
Tree deep.
Said. Darkblade 512, you're right.
Tree deep.
Said. Darkblade 512, oh damn.
Darkblade.
Said. Gotta dip out, have fun everyone.
Thanks so much for being here.
Tree
And
deep.
now for something
Said.
completely different.
Darkblade 512, bye.
Oh no! He saw right through me. Rook takes, bishop takes h3. Yeah, he's a good player. With or without. With or without you. Yes, he's threatening mate in a couple. I have no way to stop it. No way to stop it. He's just playing higher rated. Not a grandmaster, but he is naming himself after G.M. Fisher. Ollie Reds, I had the best chance in the first round. Losing that winning game, that was brutal.
Tree deep.
Said. Oof, 3-3 defeats.
Is that what it is? Somehow I drew him once. This this was certainly the worst. Going for that King's Indian type attack. Nesmit Dinov Rosalimo attack, and then I was black in a 2 knights defense. That one probably on Bill Goitzberg's birthday, so November 19th. Aaron Nimzovich's birthday. He's been a member for all of November. This was 3 weeks ago. I think it was November 9th. November 7th. When did I draw with him? I slimed him with a stalemate here? Or I stalemated him when I should have won. E6 was the idea then. E5 was best. I still believe in the power of D4. By the way, D4 is the most natural move, as played by Fabiano against Magnus. And it's in the Wesley So repertoire as well, apparently. Very few people actually want to take on C6 because of the natural move D takes C6. And black has some natural plans for development. And black has the 2 bishops, so I don't think that this is the easiest way to continue. Jose Capablanca's birthday, he did play D4. No, he took on C6. And he didn't play D4. Oh, this is Capablanca's birthday. Never mind. Knight to D5 is best.
Said.
Intending knight to
I've
F4.
Got to go now.
Shrideep, thank you for being here.
Bye.
Ariel Zamora's opponent is making some headway over there. We don't have a choice but to get into the square of the pawn. And we cannot win this anymore. We just cannot win it anymore. I would have definitely tried 1, 2. 1, pawn up. So was it worth a try here? No, it wasn't worth a try. I think this was the simplest move. I just learned chess. Welcome to the dojo. We are trying to get our D4s up. We only need 20 now to catch up. Since I just learned chess.
Epic.
Said. Hi.
No, this move goes against the grain of D6, interestingly enough. Thank you, Shrideep, for being here. I'm going to give you some namaste emotes. And thank you for being here, buddy. Playing relatively a la Judith Polgar. Now against this, He does defend against queen to g4, but he could have gained time on my bishop by going in the other route. Fair enough. Do we wish to do it this way or that way? Look at all those weak squares around there. Check takes there. And now for something completely different. Takes. I'm tempted just to play rook to f1 check and allow the knight to come out on the right side of the board, but I don't want that to happen. So we'll start this way. So now takes. A4, C6, D5. My b2 square is now weak. That is really, really, really unfortunate. Queen to b1 check, queen takes c2 check. There is no queen to c2 check. There is no queen to c2 check. Very lucky. Let's see how GM Fisher handles this position. He is pretty strong. We're going to look at it from White's side of the board, just to remind ourselves of which side of the board we'd prefer to be playing on. The d4 pawn is not hanging. The rooks are rather passive. Rook a1 seems natural and logical. Knight to d6, queen to c6. Does he have a mating net on the other side of the board? Knight takes g3. Bishop takes f5 might be needed. Absolutely be needed. Bishop takes f5, a must play. No, we can't allow knight takes g3, as I feel that this is a decisive attack. I just feel it. We have no defenders on that side of the board, and he has the dark squared bishop, among other things. Maybe our light squared bishop is a good enough defender. Indeed, it's a problem after bishop h6. Rook to e8. Might have played rook e8 first. But maybe not rook e8. After rook e8, rook e1? No, then it's just the loss of a rook. Yeah, rook e8 first was probably the fastest way to continue. Rook e8, bishop takes d4. And now rook e7. Queen e3 check first. Double rooks on the D file, because this attack should be able to play itself. You are not going to draw this game. You still have a horrific attack. Queen e3 check. Or that. The queen still can't defend. On bishop f3, we have bishop g3. Yeah, rook takes a6 was not the answer. You couldn't give up that rook. Queen to g3. Queen f3. So he didn't really have such a great attack. Queen f4, queen f3. Yeah, rook takes a6. Looked good, but wasn't. The rook is immune from capture. Bishop f6. And he survived this. Is Ariel Zamora's time pressure going to be a problem? Does not appear to be so. King h6, g5. Having the bishop back. Queen c8. No. Yes. Bishop f4. No good. Bishop g3. Rook h1. I think h4 there would have also been good. h4 and h takes g5. You just have to let it go with king g3, king f3, because now we're in the same spot of trouble that we always were. Now we get the bishops of opposite colors with the single. Single pass pawn. Get that pawn moving now. And now the bishop cannot catch the pawn anymore. Wow, white is winning. Bishop cannot catch the pawn anymore, because he didn't play bishop to g2, bishop to b2 when he was supposed to. Incredible. Counterplay on the king side. F5, F4. F3, C3. No. King up. Okay, rook up. Where is my Elite Chess live screen? But still cut off. Is GM Fisher going to pull another one out? Let's pull this. Up just a little bit. Just a smidge. And we can lock it in place again. Wow. GM Fisher. He did it. I'm very jealous. White did not get his pawns moving. And that's it, folks. We're back to our main program. D4, yeah? Okay, against D5, we're going to resume our regularly scheduled programming. So c6 in this orthodox Queen's Gambit declined is a little premature. Usually c6 is only played after rook c1 in the main line of the Queen's Gambit, in the standard orthodox variation. So we have to adjust our plans accordingly. He's weakened his white squares against anti-maneuvers such as knight on b to d7, knight to f8, and knight to g6. So that's out of the question now. And since he's played c6, our queen can belong on the square c2. And our rook can go to d1. We might even consider castling queenside. Wow. This is not a pin. Queen a3 is met by knight takes d5. Queen a3 could be met by other things. Queen a6 might have also been very, very tempting. Bishop c8 would be a little problematic. Despite appearances, we do not have a material advantage, but we do have an activity advantage. We have knight a4, knight takes c5, knight to c5 as well. That's interesting. Where does he plan on going with that? Okay. Let's see here. Knight takes, knight takes. That has to go. The queen does appear to be checkmated. All of our defensive resources have been brought into play just in time. F5. F5, F4. He went for mate. It was a little less timed. I guess he had only looked at knight takes d7, which was probably a good move. Let's take a quick peek if he's here in the chat. Epic GM, how are you doing, by the way? Didn't get to talk to you earlier. I don't remember what the occasion was. Bishop g5 is not the mainline move for a reason, but it scores very well in practice. Knight on b to d7 is the standard move. D takes c4, e4. Bishop takes f6. Timofeev, Vladimirov, Sim Agnestine, have all been in this position before. A lot of good grandmasters, including Jonathan Parker. I wonder if Jonathan Parker is an international master. Grandmaster champion. And one cannot dance on 2 weddings. Oh no! You did not do that. All you needed was a waiting move in that position, sir. You only needed a waiting move here. Any waiting move would have worked. Any waiting move. Grandmaster champion. Any waiting move would have ended this game 12 moves earlier. In this position, h4 would have probably ended on move 53 or 54. Certainly would have been mate. So almost 20 moves earlier could have been ended. Uh-oh. Now my nemesis, Arkar, go. We will see. Grandmaster Champion versus GM Fisher. Now we have a real battle on our hands. Of the 3 games left, we even have Kingslayer Sloan in the mix. Oh, let me take care of my calendar while I'm waiting for my opponent to move. Where is my calendar? We'll set our lesson for I can't reschedule this event because I'm not whom I think I am. My opponent still hasn't made a move? Oh, that's tragic. Our cargo did not withdraw from the tournament. He doesn't seem to be here. No, you don't need to be present to win. Please make sure that you withdraw from the tournament because in a Swiss system you are paired regardless of your presence. I got tired of going for coffee and coming back to find out that I had lost a game in the arena. It only takes me a couple of minutes to get coffee. The GM Fisher is not a threat to the knight. It wasn't a threat to the knight. Was there a later threat to the knight? I might have lifted a rook while waiting for that to happen. Unless he was planning on playing f4. But it seems like if this were his plan, it is a little difficult to defend that f6 square. Perhaps it's not. My opponent down to his last minute and 14. Knight e6. Knight e6 threatened queen h4 check. Yeah, now this looks bad. Yep. And queen. The GM Fisher seems to be the rightful champion. 11 seconds left on my game. Looking at it from Kingslayer Sloane's perspective, what is Kingslayer Sloane doing? He's down a thingamajiggy. This is almost time to sacrifice a pawn just for counterplay. If queen takes, bishop to d6. If f takes, then obviously f5, f6, followed with queen takes g4 thrown in the middle. And on that check, we actually get some activity now. With check, queen to d7. Queen f6, queen d7, king f7, e8 equals queen mate. Queen to d7 and bishop to d6. Yep, bishop to d6. Bishop d6, king f7, bishop e5, queen e6. Awkward. So on king f7, rook to h1 seems to be winning. The opponent chose the wrong rook, I think, to go to e8. He really needed control of the h-file. Rook to h1 anyway. No, we can't give away that pawn. I repeat, we cannot give away the pawn. We had to play rook h1. It was our worst placed piece. Or rook to d1. the idea of bishop e6, rook take d6 check, queen takes e5. Yep. The opponent escaped. Just a little too fast on that draw. You had several minutes in this position here to think about it. We still don't have our rook active. So, queen h4 is forced. I would have gone with queen h4, but this looks pretty simple too. 3 connected passed pawns. Rook f4. Only move to at least have some fighting chances. Have to move our king on the next inning. So g3. That is a bother. Ariel Zamora is playing very well. He activated his worst piece, and that probably signals the end for us. There's no way to stop the passed pawn. g3, g2. Or if he really wants to torture him, e3, rook e3. Rook d3, I mean. Oh, this is torture. g3, g2, g1 was probably the simplest. And it still is. This does not get the queens off the board, which enables the possibility of a perpetual check. No, don't allow queen g2 because our king is in the square of the pawn. We had to play queen to d4 and hope for some form of perpetual check.
3 raiders from
Puzzled.
have joined.
Puzzled!
Yes is back.
How are you?
So, now we're trapped in Fish's
Hello.
mind battling his own private army, and if we get killed, we'll be lost in limbo till our brains start to scramble egg.
Leela here.
Thanks for following.
Let's do a quick shout out. Is it / shout out? No, it's exclam shout out. What am I doing? What? Did I not get him right?
Bill Yes is back.
Said. We have been in Puzzled French stream.
Oh, I spelled puzzle wrong.
Bill Yes is back.
Said.
Puzzle
So
XD.
puzzled.
How are you, everyone? I'm FIDE trainer and National Master John MacArthur. I've been around a long time. It is the last round of our Swiss event, unfortunately. We are playing d4. Unlike in the King's Indian, d6 is a necessary prerequisite here.
Said. Puzzlex 250 point Deshen LS.
Nice. How are you? How was your stream, Puzzled? Where are you from? Tell me more about you, please. I'm going to follow. I hope everyone else does. I do not know. Give him a quick follow. From France, I assume. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. What in the world is going on here, folks? Is e5 a threat? Might actually be a good move against bishop e3. But I'm going to pretend like this is another day at the office. And now that the knight is on d7,
Ilyes is back.
we're
Said.
going to go for it this
He's
way.
from the Reunion Island that's near Madagascar.
Oh, that is amazing. That is, believe it or not, truly amazing. That is so cool. Something's wrong with this picture, folks. Something is definitely wrong with this picture. I'm saving the other night. Yes, I'm saving the other night to go to... So sorry, Kingslayer Sloan. For those of you who are not following Kingslayer Sloan, by the way, he is also a streamer. Whenever Puzzle comes in, I'm going to always give him a quick shout out. My high school French. I took 4 years of French in high school. I'm lucky I can read French. I cannot really speak it, and I'm not going to embarrass myself or anyone else by attempting to. Give Kingslayer Sloan a quick shout out, and Puzzled, of course, deserves another proper shout out. So how are you doing with the puzzles? Are you puzzled on chess.com as well as Lee Chess? I'm going to check out to see if Puzzled is here. By the way, if you've not yet joined the dojo, we do training every day in practice. We also do Puzzle Streak, which we may do a little bit after this. I don't remember where I am. I actually prefer Puzzle Streak up and or ahead of almost everything else. Check. And there's no discovery after knight takes e5, right? Knight takes e5. Where can the knight go with a discovery? Just for puzzled, I'm going to do a puzzle. Knight check. We also have this move. But this looks more ferocious. Interesting. So the Toth choice here. No matter where he goes, our queen is coming to e4 on the next turn. Alright. So we're up to 40 now. Let's check out GM Fisher as he closes out the tournament. Oh, he already did. Magnus did not play the open Sicilian, unfortunately. By the way, for everyone here, you should get your pieces on the most optimal squares possible. And against the Sicilian, this absolutely requires for young players to play the open Sicilian and to practice putting your pieces on the best possible squares that you can. Playing any opening other than the open Sicilian involves a tremendous game of improving your worst placed pieces. But if you play the open Sicilian, almost all of your pieces will be well placed, and it will be much harder for you to find your worst placed pieces. So for example, in this line, even if we were to go with the main line, here, avoiding any funny business with knight takes e4 and d5 equalizing. Black has quite a number of choices, but white is favored in almost everything you'll see. Namaste to everyone who's been here. For those who are new, you may also support the stream, as I will look for Puzzled just in case by checking out to see if he has a YouTube channel. It doesn't hurt to subscribe to the YouTube channel. You don't have to click the bell if you don't want notifications, but it supports the stream immensely. Namaste to everyone who's been here for the tournament. I'm also doing, as it turns out, a relative GTO strategy where I'm hoping to play 200 games with every first move possible. So in this particular instance, if we go back, it really doesn't matter what opening you play, as long as you play well. So I have 155 H4s, I'm 45 short, 165 A4s. Let's blow this up so everybody can see it. I'm not counting knight h3 and knight a3, but perhaps I will get those in eventually, but I would like to study systems in which I could utilize that. But that's really placing a piece badly on the first move, and you're giving up a tremendous time advantage. So, after the moves h4, a4, g4, and b4, I need 25 games more as opposed to the 35 with a4. We sometimes go with an arena tournament. There's no time left in this one. We will get players that only risk our rating and don't give us an opportunity, but we will join the next hourly bullet and we will attempt to finish off b4, g4, a4, or continue and soldier on with h4. Let's do some more puzzle streak in honor of Puzzled. Assuming we're on the white side and that pawn is controlling c7, we can set up a pseudo back rank mate. And here we have a problem on the back rank as well, and a hanging rook. Sometimes I call the back rank mate the chess.com mate. This looks like it's pretty straightforward as well. It's another chess.com mate. Now, do we wish, and can he, survive that endgame with a weak e5 pawn? So we have check. We have queen h6. We have check, check, and queen h3 is mate. And notice how the bishop on the dark squares is covering the remaining squares. Usually in these key moments, what we need to do is save our queen and then take their queen. So, perhaps knight f3 check, queen g5 check, and we take his queen. Knight h3 check would not be as forceful because the king could move over. And he can't recapture as easily as this knight is hanging. So we're at 45 now. Can you see that at the bottom of the screen? We're at 45. I like the full screen for this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And takes. 1, 2. We reach the same rank as the pawn, and that's what matters. Wow, he didn't even try. He's not getting in on this side of the board. The question is, do we need to play b5? b5 is probably the simplest. He'll never break through with b5. He'll never actually get in. If he plays b4, we play a4. If he plays a4, we play b4. And if we take, that allows him to be that much closer to creating a passed pawn. So therefore, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We promote an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We promote an 8. And he's going to be playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No. He does not get a queen, and we harass the daylights out of him with that rook pawn. And at worst, we're going to capture the d5 pawn, sack our queen for his only promoting pawn, and we promote again. That's 46. So it looks as though we have a very simple choice of winning a piece here. Because we get to protect our bishop, which is only defended once by the knight, when we capture, and any move like bishop e6 can be met by bishop takes e7, and then we're still up a pizza. Then we just retreat and retreat. So we're at 47, and our bullet arena is on. The ease with which you transfer from screen to screen on Lee Chess is priceless. So we are black. Let's go with c5, the anti-London. I feel terrible for people that play c4. As it turns out, we're just going to play d5. Prepare for a Nimzo Indian of sorts. We're way down in time. We better pick up the pace. "27 seconds to his many." We're setting the stage. Oh no, I had that. And now I lose. He did have a winning attack. Did we lose rating points on that? I feel like we did. Alright, so we're down 6 for the day. Let's get our A4s in. We're at 165, we'll get up to 170. I don't know if this is going to count. You did have bishop e5 and bishop takes d4 to try to avoid losing a pizza. My goal was to win the bishop on d4 with a discovery if he'd taken in a normal manner. So this is 167. Well, at least he didn't lose on time when he berserked. I'll give him that much credit.
Nation owes you a huge debt.
Thank you for the follow. Bean server. Bean server. Yes, I'm offering him a pawn. I'm up a pizza. My d5 pawn is suffering just a little bit. Oh no! That's alright, we're losing. I don't really wish to continue a game like that. He out-bad moved us. That's what he did. He out-bad moved us. Thank you for following Beans Forever. Now that I can actually see your name. When we were.
Beans EVR.
Said. Benoni.
Oh, he didn't see it. He did not see it. Oops. What was I thinking? I was trying to play bishop to e5 before the d6 pawn disappeared. Benoni indeed. That was terrible. I apologize. That was a terrible thing for you to see. We're at 168 for our he should have played d4. We have a standard terrace defense, hopefully with a weakness on that side of the board. Oh! Alright, Beans Forever. That feels like what I'm going through. I've got Beans Forever indeed on the brain. Charlie Oliveira.
Beans EVR.
Said. What is your favorite cheese?
My favorite cheese. That's quite incredible. 169 on the A4 front. Should have made it with the ruck. 169. My favorite cheese, smoked Gouda. If I had to pick a second, it would be Brie. 170 on the A4 front. Smoked Gouda. Oops. The goal of chess is to live a happier end game. Whoops, I blundered. I did allow him the possibility of mating me on the back rank. One blunder. Also, I lost my bishop. No, I didn't quite lose my bishop. The classical Sicilian. Second verse, same as the first. I doubt he's going to play queen to g4. Wow. Although that game was much shorter. Can you imagine that I had two queen takes g4s in the space of X? 171. Mm-hmm. Cheers. Takes. I just moved too slowly. 171. Gonna bring it up to 175 on the A4 front. If we can. 172. I should mark it up before my time starts running. As though I actually thought about it, right? Start breaking down the barriers here.
Beans EVR.
Said. Why do you keep playing the where opening?
I am playing a GTO strategy, actually. How do I get there from here? Oops. Yeah. Am I mated? It does appear to be so. I have 155 games with the Kadas opening. It's actually a little bit of proof to myself that it doesn't matter what opening you play. To be honest, it really does not matter what opening you play. It only matters that you play good chess. Every single step of the way. I did lose, by the way, on that one. And I'm still losing on that one. It doesn't matter what opening you play as long as you play it well. I am preparing for Reykjavik, Iceland. So we're up to 173, right? Yeah, see how badly I'm playing? It doesn't really matter when you're playing a 25-55 what opening that you play. Hourly bullet, ladies and gentlemen. Hourly bullet. Go with the other one here. are we? 18th place. Well, how tragic. 73 in the hourly bullet. We didn't change our stream title. And the stream title over here. Very nicely done, everyone. Very nicely done. So we're going to do 2 more A4s. Let us make sure that we are indeed in line for A4. So 172 it says, not 173. Interesting. So we definitely need 2 more at minimum to have all these at 175, and then we're going to play 20 H4s, Karas openings. What is your favorite opening, Beans Forever? What is your favorite opening, sir? By the way, for those of you that came in,
Said 4 Knights Sicilian.
As black, that's understandable. What about as white? 4 Knights Sicilian it is. It doesn't interfere with my GTO. I will give the 4 Knights Sicilian. Did you see the most epic 4 Knights Sicilian game ever in the most recent US Women's Championship?
Beans EVR.
Said Spanish.
That I cannot do anything about today, as we are going for our GTO. And we are preparing for Iceland. Let's reload. And it still says 172. Well, let's hope we don't go over, because then we have to keep going to another group of 5. We try to do them in increments of 5 if we can. But yeah, A4. Very reasonable. Not an unusual move at all. We're going to go to intermission. I grab a quick cup of coffee. I'll be right back. We'll check to see if there's an opera spiel event today. I'm going to miss it if there is. Alright, we are back. Debating on whether or not I turn on the heat up here, or if I can live without it, or if I turn on my foot warmer, which is down below. Yeah, that's what I probably will do. At least for the temporary time being. Hopefully it won't cause too much of an issue on stream. But we entered the other hourly arena. Take ourselves off of intermission. Check out to see if we have an offer spiel event coming up today. We will do some study streams. Nothing on the cards just yet. Normally today's tournament is around noon. Thank you for sticking with me. 4 nights Sicilian and Spanish. There was a problem with heat in the basement. The sound too loud? I'm going to turn it down to 55. Play arena tournaments. I didn't join. Alright, so we need 2 or 3 A4s. Four nights Sicilian. That's good. I'm glad we got to the main line of the Benoni. Oops, this could be awkward. Just very awkward, folks. It's not made, is it? Can't believe we won a game on time with terrible, terrible play. At least the foot warmer is working. Bullet, like anything else, just takes practice. Just takes practice. Alright, fair enough. So 173 in theory. Well, that was close. Oops. Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. I had plenty of time. Did not use it wisely. That theoretically is 173. We weren't expected to win against him? Oh, we weren't expected to win against him. Let's see what we've got. Oh, sorry, I couldn't get the 4-Knight Sicilian for you. Oh. Have to adjust. Another good player. Not expected to win against him. Let's win the games that we can. 174. Is my knight trapped? It looks it. Could walk into mate. Yeah, that one hurt. Our tactical ability. This is just a measure of our tactical ability without any positional play whatsoever. Go ahead, take my pawn. Don't take my pawn. Give me a big pawn center while we're at it. Grr. King over, John. And mate. Rook, queen over, king over, and mate. So this should be 175. Oops. What do you got? No good discoveries? Before we get another game, I know we're still calculating, but
Arsenal fan rookie.
what do we have? Good morning, Richie. How are you, man? The actual, in reality, Arsenal fan, Richie. Whoops, did I misspell it again?
Arsenal fan rookie.
Said. Good, thanks, just chilling.
Why do I leave the AL off of the Arsenal? Arson fan Richie does not sound good. So we can probably move on to some H4s.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. Are you a fan of arson instead?
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Indexing 9 other players. That's
Arson
not bad.
about.
We'll pause that for a moment. Arson about. Yes. Bring over the foot warmer. Beating the players we're supposed to beat. Unfortunately, losing to the players we're not supposed to beat.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
I think I've come to a real.
The Queen's Gambit declined is not that hard. Maybe I'll do a study stream on it later. I have about 12 model games that I need to do. Okay, it claims that it's all caught up. We have 175 in the A4 department. $175, $175, and $175, and now we have to get H4 up to snuff. Can I get
Arsenal
back?
fan Ricky.
Said. I find the pressure on C7 to be kind of exhausting and easy to go wrong in it.
There's pressure on C7?
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. In playing the Tartakower.
Oh, don't play the Tartakower. You mean as black. You should be playing the Teresh first, the Dubov Teresh. Let's go back for a moment and I'll show you the Dubov Teresh. Basically, as white or as black. I'll show it to you as black. So when I'm black, I find that playing C5 gives you tremendous fighting potential along the lines of Garry Kasparov, and if you're worried about your D5 pawn, it is there to be sacrificed for activity. Basically, all the time that white spends building up an attack on that pawn, it really doesn't matter. As long as you know how to play the Dubov Teresh, you're going to find, I'm just going to switch over to the Masters here, that in this particular position, C takes D4, as played by Magnus Carlsen as black and by Dubov as black against Magnus Carlsen. Magnus Carlsen is the only one who's managed to beat him. That black does very, very well in these lines. Now there is the line in which we sacrifice the pawn. Note that white does not score that well when they take the pawn. So for example, you can just continue to develop and it's dead equal. And white has a lot of difficulty in these positions. And you get to have fun. Mostly you get to have fun. Very few people actually go into this line, so while you're playing the Teresh, most of the people play inferior lines that allow black tremendous amounts of play. And of course, white doesn't want to draw, so you can also sacrifice the pawn with bishop to d6, or you can play bishop to b4, but this line isn't thought to be as good. Trying to hold on to the pawn, giving up your bishop pair.
I guess the understanding is that the open queenside lines are full compensation along with 4v3 kingside.
Considering that 4 versus 3 is also supposed to be a draw, it really doesn't matter. I mean, only Garry Kasparov lost a significant game in a Rubinstein English against Piquet around 1980. And that was an unfortunate game. But let me just see if I can play the Rubinstein Terrace for you. And I'm playing the 4-Night Sicilian for Beans Forever, if he's still here. Beans
Arsenal
Forever.
Fanriki.
Said. I'll give it a whirl.
You can also pick up the short and sweet Dubov Terrace on Chessable. There's the link, and you can follow me when you get a chance. It also works as an anti-London opening. As a standard anti-London opening. All right, Karas opening.
Arsenal Fanriki.
Said. I think the main problem with the London is that it's so predictable that people tend to have a good feel for the middle games as they are so routine.
This is a fork. Karas opening, number 2.
Arsenal Fanriki.
Said. Nice pressure.
Yeah, well. So much for that idea. Oh, that's too bad. Whoops.
Arsenal fan rookie.
Said. That guy played like trash, just pressure on the clock, embarrassing, that can get you to 2,600.
Indeed. Alright.
Why I hate Bullet.
Oh no. Well, at least the better player won that game. C'est la vie. But it's just a measure of your tactical ability. I don't know if you were here earlier when I mentioned this. This is your tactics rating. So let's see, that's 158. So now we're on the white side of it.
Arsenal fan rookie.
Said. Maybe I'm not sure I can find awesome tactics OTB, but Bullet, I simply can't move fast enough. I think it's more of a Maylocka rating.
Go back. Just playing a good solid game of chess with the Karas opening, ladies and gentlemen. See if we're caught up. Whoop, that's not us. It's not deep enough. We are at 158. Yes, we need 2 more before we can retire for the day. We'll be at 160. So, you have to take with the knight, sir.
Arsenal Fanraki.
Said. This position is so good.
Alright, you got me. You got me. That much is true. You got me. Like I said, it's only a measure. I'm still trying the 4 knight Sicilian. Let's try it with e6. We managed to achieve it. 4 knight Sicilian. Bishop to b4 is the honorary 4 knight Sicilian. Oops. Hate hanging a pawn like that.
Arsenal Fanraki.
Said. Knew we're playing so well.
I'm still playing so well. What are you trying to say? Oops.
Arsenal Fanraki.
Said. LOL.
Yeah, I made it. Nicely done, sir. I can play any given opening, anytime, anywhere, except for the really random and obscure ones. You're going to have to tell me what they are, and then I can play them. So 159.
Arsenal Fanraki.
Said. I don't say it often, but I was really pleased with the way you were playing that.
You don't say it often. You say it often enough.
Very classy.
Allowing bishop to e6. Winning the exchange.
Arsenal Fanriki.
Said. Well, as a ratio compared to how often you play then.
Oh no! I hung my queen. But we're at 159. What is my rating? 2025 in bullet? I'm up another 25 points, give or take. That's crazy. Every day playing some bullet.
Arsenal Fanriki.
Said. Dusting off those rusty cogs or something.
Indeed. 2031? Crazy. I should not be this far along. It doesn't matter what opening you play. It really does not matter what opening you play. 2574. My odds are slim.
Raiders from
Merpant.
have joined.
So, now we're trapped in Fisher's mind battling his own private army, and if we get killed, we'll be lost in limbo till our brains start to scramble.
The Truth ICC.
Said. So Merpant.
Arsenal Fanriki.
Said. Inception is so good, in fact every Nolan film is.
Bill Yes is back.
Said. I really love this music.
I need one more Kadas opening, apparently. Let's just make sure that we get one more Kadas opening. Indexing 9 other players first. We're at 158. I guess we could pause, click on our thing, and then see what we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I need one more Kadas opening. I have 4 as white. I didn't lose any rating points for that fellow. Alright, last Kadas. I don't have.
Yes is back.
Sad. Sad.
Yes, sad. Chose No Warrior, how are you? Mod of the year. Still gained 23 rating points today, with or without that one.
Fanriki.
Said. Where is the pseudo cream?
23 games. Yeah, that sucked. That did royally suck, ladies and gentlemen. That did royally suck. By the way, everyone, if you've not yet subscribed to the YouTube, please give it a shot. It would help support the channel immensely. I don't always play as badly as that. I gained 23 rating points today. Perhaps one too many bullet events. After all, c'est la vie. Someone suggest a raid, as I have a lesson in 6 minutes. I would love to give Z Bean the raid, but she's not playing chess. Jasmine Beck music? No. Let's stream.
Said. I don't have any suggestions. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend though.
Let's raid James Blunder. Even though he never acknowledges me in his stream, let's raid James Blunder. Thank you, everyone. If you've not yet joined the dojo, this is where you'll find it. We run Blitz tournaments Monday through Friday in the morning European time, 4 a.m. my time, and we run 8 a.m. rapid events on the weekends, roughly 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock Europe time. You may find me on all of my socials here. Please follow if you. I try to give notifications on Threads as well. I don't have Threads there, but please enjoy James Blunder.
Said. Amazing.
Ilyas, thank you so much, and you may of course join the Discord in this manner. I also give notifications within the half hour before the event on Discord. Today I was a little late. I did not get it out until just after the event had started. Let's see if the credits are working as we're out of here. Thank you everyone for being here. Cheers and ciao.